begin with, I would like to pay my high respect to all venerable and Mr. Peng Sing Ho, the Vice Director of University of Management and Economic, Interrogative Committee and Defensive Committee, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kao Siu Kwon. I am a University Scholar, School of English, in promotion 15, 2022. Today, I have a great honor to stand here to present you guys about my thesis research, which goes by the word Teacher Strategy to Teach Writing for Intermediate Student at International Foreign Language School. Ladies and gentlemen, don't waste the time. Let's move to the next slide. Let's talk about the content. It's work right now. Okay, so don't waste the time. Let's move to the content. Everybody, in my presentation, I'm going to cover 6 chapters, which start from chapter 1 introduction until chapter 6 conclusion and recommendation. Let's begin with chapter 1 introduction. 1.1 background of the study. As you know already, right? English is considered to be the international foreign language. It has been worldwide used and learned in many different purposes. So to learn English, people have to focus on the 4 skills, or we can just say 4 macro skills, which stand by reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Writing is very important. That is why writing is selected to be my main research. Number 1.2, to talk about the problem of the study. You know what? I spent most of 3 months working on my thesis research in order to answer these 4 questions below. As you can see, from what are the teacher method to teach writing, until how do teacher assess the student in writing. The next, let's talk about the objective of the study. As I mentioned at the moment, I worked most of 3 months in order to achieve or to get successful on my specific purposes, such as to teach a writing strategy, to encourage students in writing, to increase student writing by reading and understanding of the writing assessment. Significance of the study. In my research study, after I conduct my research, I do believe that my research is very important and useful for teachers, especially the teacher who teach writing for intermediate students only. And scope limitation of the study. My research conduct or concentrate only the teacher teach at intermediate level only, and International Foreign Language School has chosen to be my research field. Now let's talk about the conceptual framework. As you can see, the process, or we can say dependent variable. Teacher strategy to teach writing for intermediate student. And the input, or we just call independent variable, I have 4, like I mentioned at the moment. And after I put independent or input already, the thing I got is the outcome. Students are able to recognize the method and students can master at writing. The next, let's talk about the chapter 2, literature review. In literature review, as you know already, right, we conduct the thesis research together. In literature review is very important in our thesis. So I select only 2 points to present today. It's about dependent variable, about teacher strategy to teach writing for intermediate student at International Foreign Language School. And the independent, I have 4 as I mentioned. Number 1 is about teaching strategy. We are the teacher, we have to understand about the way or the strategy, the method of teaching writing. And the next, encouraging students to learn writing. As you know already, we are the teacher, we have to motivate, we have to raise up the important thing of the writing for the student to get the writing attractive, right? And the next we talk about the increase student writing by reading. As you know already, writing related to idea. If you don't have idea, you are not able to write well. So to gain idea, you have to be a good reader. Read a lot, read the text, read the book in order to gain idea, and then you are able to be a good writer too. Do you believe me or not? Okay. The next, let's talk about the understanding of the writing assessment. We are the teacher, we have to understand which part should be assigned for student in writing. We are not just assign the student as what we want. We have to focus which part, which point, when should you assign the assessment or the task. The next, we talk again. Okay, let's cut here. Now we are talking about the general situation of the institution. As I mentioned at the beginning, international foreign language has chosen to be my research field. That is why that school was established on 1st March 2013 by the two owners. And that school located in Goratan village, Ombel commune, municipality and Mati province. Let's talk about the vision and the mission of the International Foreign Language School. Number one, the vision. That school has the vision is to commit the achievement of the standard of education and the mission to provide all the student educational ability with critical thinking. The next logo and the meaning. As you can see, this is the logo of the International Foreign Language, or you just call IFLS. Let me explain or begin my explanation on the first white color. The white color means peace or loyalty or something, and the blue color refers to the friendship, relationship, or happiness. The picture of the book design refers to the educational system, and the leaf of the right design will refer to the growing of the education. The structure of the board, as you can see on the diagram I saw on the slide, from the rector and many other managers until the security guard. The next slide, the next chapter, let's talk about the research design and methodology. Number one is about research design. You know, in my research, I use descriptive method in order to show my research design. And sampling design, you know, there are 15 teachers that were selected to be my respondent. And research instrument questionnaire statement is used to collect the data of the 15th respondent. The data collection procedure, the letter requesting permission from our school, apply for the research field and explain the questionnaire statement to the respondent and get the data. The statistical treatment and analysis, Microsoft Excel 2019 is used to show, and research mean used to show the data. Now, chapter that talk about the interpretation of the data. In this slide, I just want to show you about the only 2 points. It's about the age of the teacher and the gender of the teacher. The next, let's talk about the research question procedure. This slide gonna show you all the summary of all the independent variable I state on my questionnaire. There are 4 points from writing strategy until writing assessment. In total of the mean has 4.65. It's mean I cannot say good or bad, but it's better. It's good. The next, let's talk about the conclusion and recommendation. You know, from the day I begin my research study and in the end of the day I finish, all of my research study, I work only one thing about strategy of writing only. I'm not focused on anything skill but writing only. After I apply the questionnaire for the school and have research for in the school already, I have some recommendation as follow. You can see, number one, the school should have or provide a teacher need and have. And the teacher should motivate the student to get involved with writing. You know why I choose this one to be my recommendation? Because students today working on only 2 specific skills, listening and speaking, because they think that is very good to get a communication. You believe me? And the next is about creativity, expression is required to be developed. You know what? If you want to be a good writer, you have to be a good creator, right? And reading book should be the most encouraged. Do you wonder why I choose reading books to be my recommendation? Because reading is related to writing. If you want to be a good writer, you have to be a good reader too. This is my recommendation, and I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your paying attention.
បាទសូមអរគុណពិសិដ្ឋសម្រាប់ធ្វើការបត់បង្ហាញ